Is this the place?
Xavier and I arrive at the set. In the long, narrow corridor, dim lights cast swaying shadows on the walls. I'm not sure if it's because I'm about to make my debut as a producer, or because of the atmosphere here. But I feel a little nervous. Something terrifying could pop out at any moment.
We can use horror movie logic. Don't get too curious. Don't trust strangers.
As Xavier speaks, he takes my hand.
And most importantly, never be separated from your partner. That's how we'll keep the horror movie cliches at bay.
A dark figure suddenly lunges from the doorway. Blood drips from its face, and sharp fangs are protruding from its mouth. Xavier and I step back. Under our silent gazes, the figure's dramatic flailing starts to look awkwardly out of place.
Hello. You must be the director?
Xavier says a toppled light stand upright while pointing at the hem of the figure's costume is caught on the doorframe.
Another tug will ruin it. Do you need some help?
A few minutes later, the director leads us through the dim corridor to the bustling set, using a wet wipe to clean her cheeks as she walks.
This is actually our tradition for welcoming new members to the team. The jump scare was a bit rough, I know. Sorry about that.
We've actually seen your previous work and behind-the-scenes footage, so we were prepared.
Oh, you've seen my movies?
Yeah. The way you utilize the shifts in lighting to build fear is brilliant.
Xavier wiggles his fingers, and a twisted humanoid shadow appears on the wall. It's waving at us.
How did you do that? Lighting technicians, over here!
The amazing sight quickly attracts the entire crew. The atmosphere is lively before long. After the welcome ceremony ends, we return to the lounge.
Are you still nervous?
Kind of at first, but knowing you're here with me made it disappear. You understand how horror movies work, and you have experience being on a set. I count off each reason on my fingers. Xavier takes my other hand and raises a few more.
We watched those movies together, and we shared that experience too. No wonder I wasn't nervous. I was with you.
Even though this is my first time as a producer, I want to do my best. If someone we know has complaints about the movie and then sees our names in the credits,
We'll just say we didn't make it before they ask.
that would only make us look more suspicious. He leans down and gently presses his forehead against mine.
If that's the worst case scenario, then there's nothing to worry about. You considered all those factors, but you still haven't noticed the most important thing? As long as we're together, we can always look forward to something good.
The essence of horror is psychological terror, a despair in which everyday life becomes unpredictable.
Audiences need visceral fear. For example, abrupt sounds and images. Classics are classics because
They don't innovate.
As the atmosphere grows increasingly heated, we have no choice but to pause the meeting and let everyone cool down. What should we do? Both the director and the screenwriter made really good points.
We'll use both.
Both?
I read somewhere that horror movies scare audiences because of empathy. Everyone has negative emotions. When those take form, they become the monsters bearing their fangs on the screen.
What insightful book is that from?
Stuck in a movie and fell for my partner.
I have my doubts about this book's credibility, but I still want to borrow it. Kind of. So, they're just targeting different audiences?
Most works pick one direction, but our story has room for every possibility. Isn't the most interesting part not knowing what will happen next?
Oh, now I understand why you like horror movies so much.
That's one reason. If you want to know the others, I'll tell you when we watch a horror movie next time.
After our discussion with the crew, we decided to collect everyone's experiences and ideas to flesh out our movie's monster universe.
We heard a lot of ideas today. Were any of them the most frightening to you?
Of course. Xavier tilts his head and waits for my answer. I beckon him closer, and he leans in. It's Xavier when he has a cold expression. I bet you've never seen it, Mr. Producer, otherwise you'd think it's scary too. You never know how you're supposed to get back on his good side. This must be what the screenwriter meant by psychological fear.
But you don't seem entirely scared. In fact, it's almost like you're anticipating what Xavier might do when he has a cold expression.
I'm expecting him to hurry up and finish. I press my hand against Xavier's chest as he moves closer. A hint of amusement flickers in his eyes.
You reminded me of something. It's the most terrifying thing in the universe. Are you curious? It's the kind of scare tactic directors like too. It's cliché, but it always gets me.
What is it? Tell me. He cups my face and I see my reflection in his eyes.
It's you suddenly disappearing. So as long as you're within my line of sight, I have nothing to be afraid of.
Because of the staff shortage, Xavier and I help inspect the studio set to keep things on schedule.
Yeah, this one is fine.
Okay, next up is... As I scroll through the checklist on the screen, his hand taps the back of my head as if inspecting it.
This one is the best. Nice and solid, too. Inspection passed.
I stand on my tiptoes and gently tap his head in response.
What's the result? Am I good or bad?
Of course, you're... good. Even though the Xavier who taps my head is bad, the Xavier who spends time with me despite being tired is great. Xavier chuckles softly, then the light overhead suddenly flickers. Did you use your eval?
No.
Is it broken? Xavier, lift me up so I can take a look. He supports me steadily with one arm as I lean to inspect the light.
Can you see what's wrong? Should I check it?
Before he can continue, the set activates without warning, and the train car starts shaking violently. What's happening? Several faces slam against the window with a bang, their features squished and distorted against the glass. The sight makes me shudder.
Don't look over there.
Xavier steadies me with a hand on my lower back as he sets me down. Then he cups the back of my head and holds me tightly. At this rate, I'll suffocate because of Xavier's hug before the fear makes me hyperventilate.
Exactly. I'm the bigger threat you should be paying attention to. So just focus on me.
He loosens his grip slightly. His warmth seeps through our clothes, and his steady heartbeat forms an invisible protective wall around me. Are the things on the window still there?
Yeah. It looks like they're about to swarm in any second now.
What?
Don't worry. They may not look too friendly, but I can tell they're here to help based on their expressions. Sort of.
The door slides open with a hiss, and I slip out of Xavier's arms before everyone rushes in.
Are you okay? Is anyone hurt? We saw the set activate from outside.
The train door was locked, so we couldn't get in. We had to press up against the glass to see if you two were okay.
I stay silent for 2 seconds before decisively giving them a thumbs up. You guys are perfect for horror movies. While a props team walks over to fix the ceiling light, I poke Xavier from behind. You knew it was just the staff, right? You were too calm.
I was too focused on catching you to notice anything else. It didn't really matter either way. Even if it were something else, no one knows who'd be more afraid.
Tonight's schedule calls for outdoor night scenes. After confirming the shooting progress with Xavier, we decided to look around. The only thing that's open is a nearby old cable car. It looks like it has seen better days. I grip the handrail beside me tightly to keep my balance. Xavier, do you think this cable car is shaking a lot? Why is the handrail soft and warm? Why are you laughing? When I give him a puzzled look, he reveals an innocent expression.
I thought handrails were not allowed to talk.
I follow his gaze downward and realize I've been using his thigh as a handrail this whole time. I clear my throat and shamelessly keep my hand where it is. A real handrail wouldn't talk back.
What are my lines supposed to be then? Creak. Creak.
The rickety cable car creaks in response, as if to join in. The atmosphere turns slightly eerie, and I find myself on high alert. Hold on, Xavier, you're not going to tell me a scary story, right? He reaches toward me, and I shrink back. However, he just gently tucks my hair back into place.
Why did you close your eyes? Did you think I was going to scare you?
You have a track record, mister. I bet you wanted to use the creepy atmosphere to spook me. That way I move closer and cling to you.
You caught me red-handed. Have I used this trick too many times? Is it getting old?
Smiling, Xavier shakes his head and tilts it slightly as his gaze drifts past my shoulder to land on the scenery outside.
I actually wanted to remind you to look at the scenery.
I follow his gaze. Dusk has somehow quietly slipped away. Outside, only the night sky remains. But I don't see anything. A gentle warmth suddenly touches my fingertips. I lift my hand and see a soft starlight glow belonging to an evil. It flickers. The shadows inside the cable car dissolve into drifting starlight. A small speck of light gently brushes against my ear as if to comfort me.
Don't you think the current atmosphere isn't exactly appropriate for a horror story?
I cup the glowing specks in my hands and play with them. Before I know it, Xavier has wrapped his arm around my waist.
It's quiet here. I can hear your heartbeat. There are many reasons that can make the heart race. Judging by your expression, you're not scared. So it must be something else?
A hint of mischief flickers across his face. I clear my throat and leave the answer we already know unspoken. He has countless tricks for charming and scaring me. Warmth lands on the tip of my nose. Before I can react, Xavier has
Didn't
already...
that move scare you?
His voice carries a hint of regret, but his gaze is intense and focused.
I guess my technique really is outdated. I'll do better next time.
As the shoot nears its end, I lean back against the sofa and flip through the promotional plan. Xavier sits beside me. He's reading a book. When I lean back to stretch, Xavier pulls me toward his shoulder without moving his attention away from his book. What am I going to do? I've got zero inspiration.
You can extend the antenna on your head and let your mind wander.
My gaze sweeps across the pages in his hands, where detailed Wondera data is interspersed with intricate illustrations drawn by hand. Noticing my attention on the book, he tilts it toward me.
It's a log that Nero put together. He even included his own subjective danger level rankings. The easiest wander to beat up competition was fierce. I offered some suggestions too.
Which one did you pick?
Snoozer. Be careful though. Don't start snoozing.
A laugh escapes me, and inspiration suddenly strikes. When we make eye contact, Xavier leans down and nuzzles my forehead.
Signal received. It's a good idea. Do you want to make it a reality now?
We partner with a PR company to build a monster collection website. In addition to featuring monster data from the movie, viewers can upload their own creatures and rank their danger levels. When reviewing the finished product, I notice Xavier has created two familiar-looking figures. Is this you and me?
Yeah. If we were in a movie, its genre would probably be horror from the Wanderer's point of view.
We must be terrifyingly powerful creatures to them. Why don't we add some cool poses?
How?
Xavier moves, which lets me squeeze into the space between him and the computer desk. Like this.
I couldn't see it clearly. Can you do it again?
I start to shift to the left, only to find his arm resting along the edge of the desk. My escape route has been blocked.
It's okay. You don't need to move. I'll just lean in more.
My back is pressed against his warm chest. He takes my hand, the one holding the mouse. On the screen, the two small figures are now holding hands.
Like this?
You clearly know what you're doing.
It's because you provided a good demonstration. I learned quickly thanks to you. Compared to teaming up to scare off wanderers, though, I prefer teaming up like this.
I click on Xavier's avatar several times. That little tuft of hair flattens and springs back up as if it were a stubborn antenna. Now that the mouse is in my hands, I can believe you. I'm still trapped in the narrow space before the desk. He leans in, his eyes brimming with amusement that's about to spill over.
Perfect. I was just wondering where I belonged, and then I found you. It's okay if you bully me every day. Will you take me home?
The way he moves closer is like a dizzying trap. If there were a danger ranking, he'd probably deserve his own classification. Before the movie's official release, we hold a small private screening for the crew. Light and shadows dance across the silver screen in the darkness. Xavier's figure, which is next to me, flickers in and out of view.
Do you want to hold my hand while you watch?
I'm a mature producer. It's impossible for my own movie to scare me.
Is that so? What a pity.
I'm engrossed in the story. When the end credits roll, the screening room is briefly shrouded in darkness. My gaze remains fixed on the screen. As I recall everything we've been through these past few days, I can't help but whisper to Xavier. I never imagined we'd actually turn so many people's ideas into a movie. Even though we ran into lots of problems along the way, just knowing you were by my side put me at ease. I try to grab Xavier's hand, but I grasp at nothing. Xavier is gone from the huge screening room. The crew who was watching alongside us has also vanished. What's going on? Is this a supernatural disappearance during a horror movie screening? Party poppers burst and crackle, and I stand amid the fluttering streamers. Bewildered, I hold out my hand to catch them.
Congratulations on the successful screening! Yay!
Party poppers in hand, the crew members push open the doors and rush toward me. Everyone who worked together on the shoot, both in front of and behind the camera, hugs each other and cheers. The one I've been longing for appears last. I weave through the crowd. Still covered in streamers, I leap into Xavier's arms. Seriously, Xavier? You scared me on purpose.
I wanted to give you a surprise with everyone else.
My heart is racing, but I know it's not from fear. When did you leave? Did you even hear what I said? If I knew earlier, I would have saved my compliments for this moment. He leans down, and my reflection appears in his gaze that's brimming with amusement.
Sounds important. Then I definitely can't miss that. After the party ends and we find some alone time, I want you to say them again. But until then, I'd like to congratulate my producer for a successful screening.
And congratulations to you too, Producer Xavier. Here's to us successfully wrapping up the shoot. Besides, I think I finally experienced what a real horror movie feels like. I pluck a streamer from my head and wind it around his fingers until our hands are bound. This Xavier is too good at teleporting. I looked away for a second and he disappeared. He grasped my hand and the streamer is taut between our intertwined fingers.
There. It's tight. I guess I can't run away now.
The screen flickers on and off as cheers and the crackling of party poppers resound. The first movie we made together is now officially complete.
Lost in the